A movie about a guy, a military veteran, returning home to take care of business and to revenge his fallen brother. Should be a movie that, captures a lot of people's attention. However, this movie, sadly, didn't capture my attention. And I'm kind of like sad to do this review because I like the way the movie set up was. I like the premise of it, but to me, it wasn't a home run. And today, I'm going to review Dead Man's Shoes. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. And what is Movie Breakdowns? Movie review series where we look at new and old movies, give them a review, grade on A through F, plus and minuses do count. And if there's a movie you want me to review, let me know and I'll try to get to it best I can. Now, also I want to say thank you guys for watching this series. I really appreciate it. Please tell a friend, family member, or anybody with ears or eyes to say, hey, check out this movie review series by this guy named Ali Zakka. He's a ninja warrior. He also does movie reviews. Please check him out. And he does a movie you want him to review, let him know and he will do it for you. Now, Dead Man's Shoes, I'm getting my phone out because it took me a while to get a hold of this movie. September 8, 2018 was when this movie was requested to me by Blood Wolf the Gray. I want to say thank you, Blood Wolf the Gray, for reviewing it or for requesting this movie. Sorry it took so long to get a hold of it, but I finally got a hold of it, and I'm finally to do this movie, finally do this review. I was excited to get a hold of it, excited to find it, finally found it. It's a British film, and Dead Man's Shoes, as I said in the opener, it has a lot. The movie has a really cool storyline, but it doesn't hit the park with me. Now, a lot of people love this movie. On IMDb, got a 7.7 out of 10 rating. However, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 57% rating. So one gave it a C, the other one gave it an F. Me personally, I couldn't really follow the movie. I tried to follow it. I've watched this movie 4 times now, and it still took me. The first time I didn't get through it. Couldn't get encapsulated in it. Second time, got a little further, then got lost interest. Third time, I watched it, stayed with the beginning of the movie, then lost interest in the middle, like dragged down, and then picked back up towards the end. And then the 4th time, I rewatched it one more time to do this review to make sure I have everything I wanted, all the information I needed for this review. And I kind of picked up some things I didn't see at the beginning of the first time I watched it, but then I was like, why is this happening here and why is it not happening towards the end? So as I talked about before, it's about a military vet. He goes home and he finds that his brother is working with a bunch of thugs. He's hanging out with thugs and stuff like that. And also the movie has spoiler review in this, guys. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This movie came out in 2004, so I'm spoiling it. But he went to go hang out with the gang, and the gang ended up killing his brother. Now the main character who is played by Paddy Considine. I always mess up somebody's name every movie I do this. Paddy Considine, who played Richard. He finds out his brother's been killed. His brother, who is played by Toby Kebbell, his name is Anthony. He gets killed. His brother has autism, so his brother doesn't know any better. His brother's hanging out the wrong crew. He thinks it's good crew to be with, but he doesn't know any better. And the gang take advantage of him. So Richard comes back home and hunts down each member of the gang. Hunts them down, tortures them, teases them, plays around with them, and then finally kind of kills them all off. Now, when the gang found Anthony, it was a few years before Richard came back home. So the gang killed Anthony a few years before Richard came back home. Richard comes back home, finds us out, and pretty much, like I said, hunts him down. But there's one member of the gang who moved on. He got out the gang. He's no longer part of the gang. And his name is Saz, who's played by Neil Bell. He has a family, a wife, kids. Well, Richard decides to go after the kids, show the kids this is how you stab somebody, give the kids some mask and everything like that. The wife of Saz sees this. She's like, where you get the mask from? They said the army guy gave it to us. This which triggers Saz's memory. So you do a whole flashback scene. Now this flashback scene happens probably, the movie's an hour and 30 minutes long, so probably an hour and 30, or sorry, an hour, about 40 minutes into the movie, I would just say, 40 minutes into the movie, this flashback scene happened to piece together the puzzles of this movie. When you're first watching the majority of this movie, you don't know what's going on. It is all over the place. It is, you get flashbacks that you don't really need to get, but the flashback happened with no really main context. You get one character saying this could be the brother of Anthony. He's coming back to hunt us and stuff like that. He's freaking out, trying to be the guy who gives premonition or some exposition to the audience kind of deal. Where everybody's like, whatever, man, he doesn't exist, he's a ghost, or it's not him. And they find out it is him. And the game doesn't really mess with him. Like, it's a game of 4, like a game of 5 with them, and they don't really try to confront him like a game would, like 5-on-1. They didn't do that. They just kind of piece by piece and let Richard pretty much mess with him the whole time, and then eventually kills him off one by one. But the premise of this movie, the story, like the idea of this movie was great. The idea of the movie of this army vet comes back and he just, torments the gang that killed his brother was great. But the movie doesn't execute that well. I will say that over and over again. When I had to pick up the cover, the back of the DVD to read what was going on because I'm trying to watch the movie and could not figure it out to save my life, that's not a good movie, to be honest. A movie should not allow you to, you shouldn't be sitting there watching a movie kind of wondering what is going on, why I'm not figuring this stuff out for that to happen, They could have done a lot better with this, I think. They took the flashback out and just let the movie play out itself. Like, took the flashback out and just had people wonder what's going on, why is this dude messing with us? It kind of been more of a horror flick. I think that would have worked. And then the twist being that the gang that is getting hunted down is actually bad guys, and the good guy is the killer who's trying to avenge his brother. They're like, oh shoot, I didn't see this coming. And at the end, the gang gets killed. Which, the one member that did get outside ended up killing Richard, because Richard wanted to kill himself. He wanted Saz to kill him right while it was wrong. He said, I've done so much horrible things. I took out your whole gang. You try to live a whole new life. Kill me to end it. And after like a long draw, like back and forth, Saz actually kills Richard, which I thought was a pretty cool ending. The ending was really cool. The music towards the end was really cool. I like the dramatic Latin opera music that played when they started doing the whole flashback of what actually happens. Now, some things in the movie that bothered me, throughout the movie, you had Richard talking to Anthony. And Richard was talking to Anthony like Anthony was there the whole time. And Anthony was pretty much along with him. And towards the end of the movie where Anthony all of a sudden is dead. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact they did that, and they did it so how they think they should execute it better. They should have gave lightning on Anthony to show that he's dead, or something like he's a ghost or something like that, and he's talking to his brother, or his brother hallucinating everything. So like he would touch Anthony at certain points of time, or give him a fist bump or high five, whatever the case may be, to show that he's not really there, that Anthony's not interacting with him, make the audience think, wait a minute, is this a ghost? Is this in his mind? Versus thinking that Anthony was there the whole time and Anthony's watching everything, and just have Anthony, disappear towards the end of the movie, and like, where'd Anthony go? Oh, he's being hung. Okay, well then. I think this movie could have been done, like I said, executed a lot better. I like the premise of it. It's a good idea. I like the storyline. I like what was trying to be told. Just was not executed well enough for me. And because of the confusion, because I had to watch this movie 4 times, pick up the back of the cover to figure out what is going on until I realized, oh, this is what's happening? What? Characters. Paddy Considine. I thought he did a good job as Richard. He was a stoic brother character who he didn't really come off as like, a person you want to give a hug to. He came off somebody who embraces, like, oh shoot, why has he got this wall up? But he came to do a job, and I liked his character. I liked the idea of him. Tony Kibble, who played Anthony, who played the kid with autism, was great. like, you seen there, you know, he had autism. You seen that he was on the spectrum. And I thought he did a great job portraying that. He did a really good job portraying somebody with autism and somebody who, you know, thought that everybody else had the best intentions for him and they didn't. I thought he did a great job there. I really love his acting. Gary Stretch, he plays one of the bad guys. Looking up his name right now. He plays Sonny. He's like the main boss, the main, I guess, the head of the gang. The gang members are not really going to go over it. You know, they did play a particular part in the movie. Like Gary Stretch, Stuart Wolfenden, who played Herbie. Who else here? Paul Sada, who played Tough. Same as O'Neal, who played Big Al. And I want to say Paul Hirschfield, who played Mark. I might do that one in there. They all kind of the same boat for me. They all didn't really, they just added like panic and fear to the movie, but they wasn't really, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like they had much impact. They didn't stand out to me. I think that one of the gamers that did was Stewart, who played Herbie. I thought he did the best job of being panicked and frantic the whole time, trying to tell everybody like, hey, this guy's out to get us kind of deal. I thought he did a good job there, but everybody else, I don't know, they just kept swapping them out. Now, Neil Bell, who plays Sod, this guy, towards the end of the movie, and his breakdown of the movie, his breakdown of everything, I thought was great. Like when he revealed that, oh, I was one of the members who, you know, killed your brother kind of deal, and he broke that down. He's like, you can tell he put his best acting chops on for me. Like he was like, I felt sorry. Like I didn't want to do it. I was there, part of the game, and yeah, I thought it was great. Hold on, guys. I just realized something. I made a mistake. The guy who I wanted to talk about was not Side, who is played by Neil Bell. It's actually Mark, who is played by Paul Hirschfield. He's the guy with the family. He's the guy with the wife and kids who got out the gang. That shows you how much I had a hard time following this movie. So it was Mark was the guy who ended up killing Patty or killing Richard at the end of the movie. He was a gang member that got out. He was a gang member who was the one that's like, I'm sorry. I thought that Paul, not Neil, but Paul did a great job with his character. I thought he did a great job acting. I just mixed the two characters up. Sorry about that. And that shows you how the gang members kind of interchangeable in this movie. If I just mixed up two characters after trying to watch the movie for 4 straight times. And by the way, you don't see, I guess you do see a little bit of Paul in the movie, or Mark in the movie as a gang member, but you don't see him towards the end. So I completely messed that up. That's a goof on my part, which also plays into how I feel about this movie. Now, I like the idea of a movie doing a plot twist. I like the idea of a movie trying to change things up and make you think. However, when you collude, like, not collude, what's the word I'm looking for? Cluster everything where it's hard for the person watching the movie to follow it, then that's an issue. Like, think of a movie like Inception, where it's a dream within a dream, but the movie explains that early on, and then at the end it leaves you with that cliffhanger as whether or not is he dreaming or not. This movie, it doesn't explain much until towards the end, until Mark breaks it down and shows that, okay, we killed his brother, this is why he's coming after us. Then you kind of start figuring stuff out, but until then, you're pretty much lost in this movie. I can't believe I just confused 2 members together, 2 of the gang members, and mix them up and call one dude the other guy. So, anytime I said Side previously in this episode, I meant Mark. Sorry about that. And Mark, played by Paul Hirschfield, he did a good job when he came to explaining stuff. Not Neil Bell, who played Side. Paul Hirschfield, sorry, not Hatfield. Hirschfield. Paul, who is Mark. Mark is the guy I'm talking about. Now, music. Music in this movie, there's one part of the movie, there's only one scene where the music, to me, the tone hits home, and that is when Mark is explaining stuff. Other than that, I don't know, it's all over the place. Didn't really hit, didn't make me feel anything, didn't make me feel a tone or a sense of anything with the music. Now, is this a Friday night movie? No, it's not a Friday night movie. I want to watch this movie with friends. I want to watch this movie with family. If I want to watch this movie, probably sometime during the week or during early in the day where I have time to sit down and figure out what's going on again, and grade time. I'm going to grade Dead Man's Shoes a D+. I'm getting a D+ because the acting to me wasn't bad. The acting was good. The acting was solid. The premise, the idea of the movie was great. I liked the idea, but it wasn't executed well enough. I got confused. So I'm giving it a D+, and that's my review. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. See you next time on the next episode of Movie Breakdowns, and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend about my series. Tell a friend about Grind Towards Success. Tell a friend about the Movie Breakdown series. If you really like these episodes, I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. It means so much. I can't tell you how much it means. Like it's like I'll be really grateful you just told a friend and share and subscribe to the series. And thank you guys for watching this. Also, if you want to follow my journey outside of YouTube or Facebook, you can go to my Instagram page and you can follow me on my Instagram page at Ali_Zakka. It's right here. Put it right here in my face. That way you're like, where's his face at? Well, it's right behind the Instagram logo. Yeah, but you can follow me on my Instagram page. And also, if you want another episode of Grind Towards Success or Movie Breakdowns, you can watch the episode of Grind Towards Success right here. You can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right there. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time. Keep being awesome.